Founders Floor, a co-working accelerator for startups.
I went with my strength, so I've got engineering background, and for me that led more naturally to digital user acquisition rather than sort of enterprise sales, if you will. And so that's more of a quant way of doing things.
This video is brought to you by Procopia Law, the recommended law firm of Founders.
We built very sophisticated online acquisition, and right now some of our competitors are catching up, but we had several years of lead time on them where at some point, well, up until today, we would be like bidding on hundreds of thousands of keyword combinations, would run hundreds of landing pages, would do through the year thousands of A/B tests. Eventually, we also built machine learning behind it to predict the revenue from the lead, so we could feed it early into our bidding strategies, and so we would be smarter. Like there's an old saying in advertising, half of your advertising dollars is wasted if only you knew which half.
Yeah.
Right. So that predates digital marketing. I forgot who said it, but it's an old saying. So we kind of knew where it's wasted and where it's not, and so that helped. And it didn't happen overnight. So just to make that clear, but we were always doing what I call test and scale, right? So I'm a big believer in agile. So I've actually one other thing that I've done early. I had a luck to be part of an agile team in 2000, where Agile Manifesto just came out, and back then, I don't know if you remember, it was extreme programming, and then sort of it later morphed into Scrum. So, but I really lived that philosophy through the business, and we will maybe talk a little bit about investments as well. But we definitely applied that in marketing. So it wasn't like this necessarily genius vision and millions of dollars. It was more like, I want to put $1 in, I want to get $3 out, I want to put that 3, I want to get 9 out, I want to, and so on and so forth, right? And a lot of optimizations where you're constantly doing a lot of tests and learning, and based on that, you're scaling. So that appealed to me, and that appealed to my strengths and my team's strengths, where we were good with engineering and kind of managing complexity. Eventually, and we can talk about that later, we did layer in more traditional marketing and traditional sales. But for several years in the company journey, for a lot of years in the company journey, we literally had no sales reps. Like nobody in the company was commissioned on sale. It was all done through online acquisition.
Yeah.